What's going on, YouTubers? This is Mathas StarCraft, and I am back with another episode of Mathas versus the Ladder. This game was an absolute fun one to play, so I am looking forward to re-watching it, kind of checking out what was going on. Again, we'll be watching it through my vision, and it should be a good time. It's me versus Barakai, I think is his name. He was a Protoss player, and this game was just one that I thoroughly enjoyed. So I'm going to leave the production tab down. I am going to keep the only thing I can keep right now is the APM, just because it doesn't give away anything, and we'll see what happens and what comes of it this game. As far as headsets and microphones go, guys, I am looking into getting a new microphone. But right now, I just don't have the cash for a really expensive one. So I'm kind of just stuck with this Logitech $20 one that I have, which is kind of like when I start getting excited and stuff, when I hear myself, it just kind of makes this weird scratchy noise. Or even if the volume is too much for the microphone to handle. I do have an X31 wireless Beachhead headset, but sadly it's for the Xbox 360, and I can hook it up to the computer. But since it's wireless, it's only for me to listen through. I can't use the microphone that's attached to it. I'm curious if there is some sort of adapter for it that I could put it to the computer, but I have not seen it yet. I haven't even looked. If you guys know, that'd be great. If you guys have headset recommendations that aren't astronomical, but like as far as price range goes, let me know. I was looking to do here hatch first again, because this map is big, and as far as I know, I didn't drop a hatch rate, and I wasn't really watching. I'm pretty sure I did hatch first. Yeah, I did 15 hatch. So I was looking to get, again, I love the macro style of play, so I am macroing it up like a beast. So that was my goal for this game. So let's see if I'm able to, if that pays off in the end or not. I have fiddled around with other races, by the way. I have tried doing Terran, I have tried doing Protoss, but I found that I played Zerg first. I'm just the most comfortable with them, and I know them well enough. And I'm looking to be promoted soon. I assume I'm going to be promoted relatively soon to the Platinum League, as they're throwing me against a lot of Platinum players lately. So we'll see what happens. I did see the probe pop in there. He's going to be doing a quick scout about. There he is. Popping in. I did notice that. I could have tried to surround him there with the drones, but I didn't think it was worth wasting my mining time. I do move my Overlord over just in case he tries to drop a proxy pylon over there. I am a little weary about proxy pylons, as I have been cheesed in the past with them having I have been like proxy gated and stuff. So I'm patterned enough where I like to move my Overlords around if I do see the early scout come in. I haven't scouted him yet. I don't know where he is. I haven't dropped that scout. I think I'm going to be dropping it soon. I'm not 100% certain when I put the scout. This game was about a week or so ago. I just knew this is the game I wanted to cast because it was such a good game. And it's a relatively long one, so there'll definitely be 2 parts. I don't know if there'll be 3. I don't know. There'll definitely be 2 parts. So my Zerglings pop out, and I am chasing down that probe. I am moving my Overlord around to see if I can find his base. I'm going to use these guys. I think I kill off that probe before it gets away. Chasing it down. Dropping down that research. As soon as I hit 100 gas, I get the metabolic boost. Just so I have some speedlings. I do kill that pylon before it gets away. And I'm moving them to the Zelnaga watchtower. And I'm going to be doing some scouting. My queen pops just in time. My second queen pops. Now, I'm the kind of guy who actually waits. Since I do hatch first a lot, I don't do 2 queens from the same base. I typically do 2 queens at the same time, which allows my money to get a little high. But at the same time, I'm not really spending my money on anything but drones for a good long time. I like to drone up a lot before I worry about anything, and my 4 Zerglings give me way more than enough information for me to feel comfortable doing anything else. The only problem is I haven't found him yet. And so I'm looking with 3 of the Zerglings. I'm dropping 1 Zergling over the Zelnaga watchtower just so I can have that midfield range in case he's on his way over to pressure me, and I just haven't scouted him yet. So I've got gas going now. I've got 2 gas popped really quickly, and now I'm making a million drones because I have supply blocked for a bit. And he did not wall off, so I'm able to move in. I get a good scout on everything he has. I'm feeling comfortable only with Zealots, and I do know everything he has. As far, oops, sorry about that. Okay, there we go. I really do like that he didn't wall off, because him not walling off just really, finding him and seeing what he had, I just felt super comfortable at that point to just continue macroing up, because he only had a few Zale keep an eye on the front of his base. No one is going to move out if I keep an eye on the mini-map, and I can continue to just do what I'm doing. And, yeah, I'm moving one of my overlords over just in case he dropped a proxy pylon past those rocks, which is not uncommon. Working up on the gases. I should be dropping, or if I already haven't, I should be dropping a roach warren soon. Really, oh, it's already up. Yep, I already dropped it, but in case I need roaches, I like to stockpile that gas early. I'm going to be making a bunch of roaches soon. I'm making a bunch of something right now. And he is dropping down that expansion. I love that he's dropping down that expansion because that cues me that I need to hurry up and get that expansion up and moving soon. I am moving that drone over there right now to drop that expansion because I did see it, and I am going to be going for a very, very early expo with that 8-minute 744 moving over because I did see him grab that, and I didn't really want him to get ahead of me as far as macro goes. He's going to pick off this overlord, which I'm not worried about. I am going to replace it with 2 extra overlords. I have my 3rd queen out as already, so I'm starting that creep spread, and I figure it's time to get some units out, so I think I start making some units. Sorry, I'm drinking iced tea. I did a lot of talking today. I work at a restaurant, so as a server, I do a lot of talking because I need to talk to guests constantly. But I did play a game today too that was definitely not worth casting. It was against another Protoss. Again, Protoss is my best matchup, but this Protoss was just he pushed out. I think he did a 2-get expo. I didn't check the replay yet. Actually, with the amount of units he had, I assume it was a 3-gate. But he pushed, and I was able to catch it, and I had 3 spine crawlers on the way. So he did some pushing, but he wasn't able to get past the 3 spine crawlers, and I was able to hold off. And after that, the game was just won. So there we go. I'm dropping some spine crawlers because I know he has a few units on the field. I don't expect much early pressure. Again, I have that at Zelnaga Watchtower, so I haven't seen anything on the map yet, and I'm not expecting anything crazy early as far as that goes. And I don't even think I have my expansion yet. I think I was dumb. I told my drone to move. I'm not gonna go away from my vision. I'm just gonna kind of stick with me. Actually, I'm gonna click over there, see what I did. Yeah, I told my drone to move. I don't think he did. Yeah, they're dumb, and they get stuck really, really easily. And so I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So, yeah, and it's blocked off in both ways anyway, so I should have realized this. I was just being bad, but oh well. And I'm getting that creep spread going like crazy. I love this map because the gold is so easy to get and so easy to defend. Granted, it's a little on the wide open side, but as far as I'm concerned, it's easy to defend because it's so close. And now I'm going to grab my 3rd on the 10-minute mark. So I was planning on getting it early, but I screwed up, but I'm getting it right on time. So that's still not too bad. If I had that expansion up a little earlier, my macro and my situation would have been a little bit better. I am dropping 2 overseers because I'm not quite sure what he's doing. I did get a good scout, and I should have known that he wasn't going to be getting any Dark Templar. But I get paranoid sometimes, so I drop a couple overseers. They're a little cheap, so I'm not too worried about it. But I wanted it, and there's an observer right there, so I could start worrying about picking it off and getting it out of here. But I didn't want to be surprised by anything, essentially. So, and I think I get a nope. It gets out of my vision. I forgot to move my stupid overseer to chase it. Otherwise, it would have been dead. But that's why I'm not a Master Leagues player, because I'm still a little noobish as far as it's concerned. But you should have seen me in my bronze days, guys. Oh man, my APM was a solid like 20. And that's it. It was really, really bad. Maybe I'll upload one of my old bronze plays because I did save a couple of my bronze league plays, and oh god, they were terrible. They were really, really bad. So, but those are long behind me at this point, and I am going to try and finish off this observer. I think I get it. Yep, there it goes. Which, in my opinion, is worth it. Especially with it's just my extra queen, and it's just working on the creep spread anyway. And I like to keep my units on the creep as long as I can. He hasn't pushed. He did push to that Zelnaga Watchtower, which did force me to create some extra units, but he hasn't pushed forward, so I kind of realized this, and I am still creating drones. Getting ready to make I think I make another queen on this hatchery soon. And I did notice it was mostly Gateway units, and my favorite composition against Gateway Protoss is Roach Hydra. So that is what I did. I continued to do that. I grabbed my 3rd. I should grab my 4th. At this point, he's not really doing anything. I should drone up hard because I have a lot of extra larvae, and I'm keeping my minerals low. My gas is really high. But that's because I don't have enough drones. I'm not droning up properly. I should have way more drones than this, especially since my 3rd is up. I should have enough to transfer, but I don't. And I definitely should be doing that, but I am not. But continuing that creep spread, I feel like my creep spread is pretty good. Again, I love the creep mechanic. It's one of my favorite things about Zerg is just the creep. So I feel like I'm doing a decent job with that. I am continuing now to drone back up. I've got my queen up. And the only thing I can't figure out is how to get rid of that resources tab at the top right. So you do see how many resources he has and what his food count is right now. But I'm just telling you how I feel in the situation, how I did feel. Again, I feel really good. I feel like I'm doing fine. I feel like I've got this game right now, as far as I know, under my control. He is allowing me to sit back and expand. And when you allow a Zerg to sit back and expand, you're allowing yourself to lose. So he hasn't put any pressure on me, and my creep is out to the middle. I do see it, so I can imagine that Zell like doo 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 doo. What is this sticky stuff on my feet? And then he looks up and sees like 10 Zerglings running at him. He's just like, oh god, and then dies. So he dies. He loses that. I grab the center, though I'm apparently not close enough for it. I continue to drone, trying to keep droning up because I realize my third base is not nearly droned as I'd like. I do move that over there. I realize the rocks have not been taken down, so he has not opened up that back door. I should be looking to get my fourth soon. Again, I'm looking back, and I'm going to be making comments about what I should have been doing, what I should have been. All of a sudden, I see this big Stalker army coming up, and he does have an Observer with him, and it's all Stalkers and Zealots with Sentries mixed in there, and there's an Observer in there somewhere because he's picking off Creep Tumors, so... now I see that, I'm like, okay, he's got a much bigger army than I am prepared to deal with. I'm going to move all these guys back. I'm going to start building units, get more upgrades going. Because upgrades win me games. I upgrade a lot compared to other players. When I face big armies, their armies usually, when I notice, especially in my league, my army is upgraded at least 1 or 2 more than he is. Occasionally I'll come across somebody who's not, but who has matched me as far as upgrade goes, but he has not. And there is an Observer right in the Zelnag Watchtower. I see that red blip just popped up, and out of nowhere, that's because my Overseer popped over there. I am looking to grab my fourth now. And I grab my Hydralisks and tell him to pick that thing off. No more Observer for you. And I continue my creep spread. I did lose a creep tumor there, and I continue moving it up and about. Making sure I keep an eye on the creep. At this point, there's not much going on. And again, if you let me, as a player, sit back and macro, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to put too much pressure on you. I'm going to keep tabs on you as best I can. But if I feel comfortable enough to keep expanding and macroing up, that's what I'm going to do. My gas is freaking ridiculous right now. I should not have let it gotten that high, but it's too late at this point. Obviously, as this is a replay and I can't turn back time, my gas is out of control. I should be trying to empty that gas, and I am looking to take the gold now. Moving that up. I should have moved those spine crawlers, again, thinking back, up a little higher in that choke. I feel like I do later. But I should have done it earlier because they're more or less useless there. If I pushed them up to that choke, it would delay him to get by them. He would stop and try to kill them, which would give me time to build more units. But there is the gold expansion going down, grabbing my 5th base, so still feeling good. I'm still macroing up. I'm keeping my minerals low, my gas high. That's my hardest. I'd say that's one of my biggest faults is my gas. Let my gas get too high and not really focusing. I'm going to check over here to make sure he has no gold. He does not have the gold. And he's getting some free Zergling kills, but finishing him off very quickly. And here comes the big army, and I encounter, and there's a million Guardian Shields right there. So that is going to do a ton of damage to me. My Overseer